Hey everyone, I'm Javen here at JPS TV. I've had my Vision Pro for about a full day now. I'm going to do a full review here at the end of a week of owning it, but I thought I'd check in after the first 24 hours while my thoughts are here and they're still fresh. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our tech discussions. First things first, this headset is definitely one of the coolest things I have ever tried. Don't just listen to the haters. For what this thing is, it provides an amazing AR/VR experience. That being said, there are a couple of things that I wish were different. I'll get into that in a second. So let's do an old-fashioned pro and cons list. Pro number one, the spatial accuracy of this thing is amazing. MKBHD said it in his full review video, and it's true. Apple Vision Pro is extremely accurate with how you place this thing. The screen recordings from the headset that you've seen on YouTube don't do it justice all the way. When you're wearing the headset, the windows that you open don't move at all. They stay wherever you place them. Same with the home screen apps. Everything you place stays there until you decide to move it. That is a major pillar by which this headset stands, and I'm here for it. It's super, super cool. On to pro number two, optic tracking. There's not really too much to say here. Your eyes are the controller for this thing. You know, it doesn't come with anything. It was a hard thing to conceptualize from the keynote, and it certainly does take some getting used to. But having enough technology within the headset itself to be able to know which UI element I'm looking at with pinpoint accuracy is incredibly impressive. For those who don't know, to access the control center, you look directly up, not with your head, but with your eyes. And then a separate UI element comes up to access the center. The sensors have to know that I'm basically doing this eye roll type motion in order to know that that's what I'm looking at. And it works every single time. It's absolutely insane, super duper impressive. On to pro number three, Optic ID. I haven't seen too many people talking about Optic ID, so I thought I'd take the time here to mention it. I've only had the Vision Pro for about a day, like I said, but the ease of use for Optic ID is awesome. This is the third generation biometric scanning from Apple, and it works like a dream. It really was a genius move to make this feature, since customers are already staring into the headset anyways. Also, can we talk about how crazy it is that we're doing eye scanning on consumer technology, not somewhere in a government lab? Straight up futuristic. And now, let's get into some of the cons. Con number one, picking up the headset. Let me explain. Apple sent so many different instruction booklets with this headset on how to use it, getting users accustomed to turning it on, and other things that you may need to know with any new product launch. But what they didn't mention is how to hold it. Within 2 hours of receiving the headset, I dropped it, but thankfully face down onto the carpet. I dropped it because the light seal came off. Sam Cole mentioned this in his drop test video too. When he picked up the headset by the light seal, one of the thickest parts on the headset, by the way, the magnetic seal just came right off, dropping my $3,500 investment right onto the ground. I wasn't happy about that, and it taught me to always hold the headset by the strap like this. I wish Apple had either made the seal stronger or told me to not hold it there and buy the strap instead. Con number two, power. We know that the Apple Vision Pro comes with a massive battery that connects to the headset via a proprietary cable. We also know that the battery only lasts 2.5 hours. But what we didn't know was that when you unplug the battery from the headset, it's the equivalent of turning off the headset entirely. So, when you take the headset off, it goes into a sleep mode, but to fully turn it off, the only way you can do it is by unplugging the battery. It's a weird design choice from Apple there. Also, if you have more than one battery and you're traveling by plane, for example, as Apple showed in the keynote, you can't hot switch the battery, which means you can't turn it off completely to connect a new battery altogether. Just a really kind of clunky experience there. And finally, con number three, weight. I'm going to use Marques as an example here again and echo the concern that this thing is heavy on your face. Granted, I haven't used the dual loop band yet, just a solo note band, which honestly just feels amazing on its own, by the way. But after an hour of FaceTiming my friend in this thing, my head and neck were both feeling fatigued. I'm hoping it feels better with the dual loop band, but I don't know that even with that, I'll spend all day in the headset like Apple has advertised. And that's my 24-hour review of the Vision Pro. I hope you guys liked it. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel to get my full review after a week of use. Until then, be cool, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.